Yes, it's good to be sitting. So imagine this, sitting on the throne with your rod and your staff, 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 rod and your staff. Yeah, I got a song for you. This song's called Rasta. I'm a little child, right? I was a born again Christian and I'm a little child right now. I could say I'm about 5 years old right now. One of my spirits is 5 years old. One of my spirits is 12 years old. One of my spirits is 21 years, no, one of my spirits is 20 years old. And one of my spirits is 40 years old. And one of my spirits is in his 70s. This song is called Rasta. I wrote this one when I was in jail. Remember when David had to run from Saul and he had to hide in the mountains? He was kind of in jail there too. He looked to his right and no one was there for him. He looked to his left and no one was there for him. David sometimes had to be alone by himself too. It wasn't just, but when he was alone, he was actually with God. He wasn't by himself. He was actually with God. Because he kept writing to God, he kept praying to God and meditating and trying to reach a higher heights, you know. So this song is called Rasta. Let me sing it for you. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Every time I open up the book to life, I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Custafari set up and save my life. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. From Mount Zion where I live forevermore. Only Jah, I'm sure nobody else can make me feel secure. Alright, okay, let's go now. One thing I know, that love is here to stay. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Going through the motions of hard times I pray. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. The heavy burden of life is gonna leave one day. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Father, wash away all my childhood sins so I can be living in a perfect love, peace, and happiness. So we can be always standing on the right side of me. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Every time I open up the book to life, I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Custafari set up and save my life. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. From Mount Zion where I live forevermore. Only Jah, I'm sure nobody else can make me feel secure. Alright, down again. I beg your Father to make the milk and honey run out. I'm a dreadlock Rasta, cause I never got mine and I'm doing without. I'm a dreadlock Rasta, the lazy life I won't even make it mine. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. I'll work for mine cause you know I'm not lazy. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. As long as it's my dream job cause that's the spirit inside. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. As my locks get longer, can you strengthen me, Lord? I'm a dreadlock Rasta. You're my rock and my salvation, my guiding light. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Reach a holy mountain, so I hold your hand tight. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. The spirit of Yoshua, please guide me. Guide me by your light. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Every time I open up the book to life, I'm a dreadlock Rasta. Custafari set up and save my life. I'm a dreadlock Rasta. From Mount Zion where I live forevermore. Only Jah, I'm sure nobody else can make me feel secure. Yeah, man. That's a big tune too, right? Yeah, I was right in jail a lot. There's nothing to do in jail no more. There's no activities, there's nothing. There's one or two times they came around with their what's it called, the programs, like a mental health program or something, to help you to keep you consciously aware of things. So I took those groups And those groups are good still. They help me a lot. Dealing with energy right now, yo. You know, when your energy is low and then negative forces that come from the TV and come from outside try to attack you, you feel that energy wearing down your good energy. And then that's how mental illness happens. Right? It's an attack on your spirit. That's how mental illness happens. And it's from sin. Mental illness is from sin. I was living a sinful life when I was young. So that's why my mental illness went bad still. I was living a sinful life. Father God forgave me though, but he just said he has to work on me again now. I forgave myself. Yoshua forgave me. Emmanuel forgave me. It's just the negative spirit that keeps attacking me. The shadows of demon trying to control our lives. But through the blood of the living Lamb, we shall take our strides. That's a song. That's a Christian song. Because they slaughtered our lambs. They made me rebel and go after my brother. They made me almost kill my brother. Society made me do that. The book of Eli will teach you about what God's people went through and how God was displeased with Eli for a second because of what his family kept doing to each other. So he talked to Eli and his family. He talked to Eli and the whole family, the whole 12 tribes of Judah. And he said, look, this is a situation that, you know, one family member had to go away from the whole tribe. And now that family member wants to come back to the whole tribe. So he's pleading his case in court. He's pleading his case to the world. He's telling his story. He's letting people know, look, he's not no fool, eh? He knows that, you know, certain things happen to us, why we turned out this way. Programming, teachings from school education. This is why we turned out that way. Wrong teachings and yearning for the right teachings. Yearning for your history teaching, your history, your biography, your geography, your cartoons, your history's cartoons, your history's politics, your history's kings and queens, your history's life, your history's life, your future's life, your future's life. You're looking for your future's life. Your history is your future. We live thousands of years being civilized and being under manners of God and being his children. Thousands and thousands of years we live like that. So you tell me if I'm a fool. And if we can't go back to living like that. White people have their land, Chinese people have their land, Indian people have their land, and Spanish people have their land. Black people have their land too. Don't say because we came here we ruled like kings too, because through hip hop and reggae and through sports and stuff like that we rule like kings too. But we still have our land to go back to. And don't think that we won't miss you guys when we do go back to our land. We'll miss you guys too, but we have to go back and start building up Africa. We have to go back and start building up the Caribbean islands too. No more zinc fence, no more poor living. Europe got to build up their land, Canada got to build up their land, and the United States got to build up their land. Africa never got to build up their land, and the Caribbean islands never got to build up their land. All you millionaire rappers, all you millionaire reggae singers, it's time to push forward your money back into the islands and back into Africa. My name is Yoshua Israel King Solomon. I opened up the book to life and I was chilling with the spirits one day, and the spirit told me when I was reading in the book of life that my name was Yoshua Israel King Solomon. Why I tell you my name is Yoshua Israel King Solomon? Let me see if we have time. We have time to tell you why my name is Yoshua Israel King Solomon. Yoshua, because that's the spirit inside of me. I was born a seed of Yoshua. I'm the seed of a woman like Yoshua. Israel, because King Solomon had to take care of the 12 tribes of Israel. King Solomon, because the child in me came to me and said that he wants to dwell with me. He's my seed. So yeah, Yoshua Israel King Solomon. My brothers, my family tree consists of the family tree of Jacob. And Jacob's name became Israel when he had the 12 children. So that's what my family seed consists of. Straight out of the roots of Jesse. Straight out of the roots of Jesse. So we're calling out to go back home one day. We're calling out because we worked. My dad, I put in work here too. I went for my dream job, just like they teach you in school to go for your dream job, and that was to be a musician. I put in work, being a musician. Yeah, Daddy?
Yeah, use the washroom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Being a musician, being a construction worker with my dad, being an arborist tree service man with this guy that I went to work out with, Jacob Tree Service that I went to work out with. What else did I do? My dream was also to play basketball. I played basketball in my life. You know, there's certain divisions that they could still be under for basketball too. College basketball, high school basketball. These athletes should be getting paid too. These children should be getting paid too. It should go down all the way to daycare. It should go down all the way to grade school when you learn to play basketball. From kindergarten to grade 6. When you're in grade 5 and grade 6, you should learn how to play basketball and have a team there, and you could get paid. Somehow the children could get funding where they could get paid for playing basketball. Right? There's so much money to go around in this world. Money came from trees. And there's so many trees in this world. It doesn't have to be a certain tree no more to make money, as long as it has a stamp. Listen, print my name on money. Put my face on money. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start chopping down some trees and putting my face on money and put my name on the money. And give it out to Canadian people, and you could go buy some stuff. Once I get my $1 million, my $1 million ticket is coming to me. I'm going to do a show for the whole entire nation. And then I'm gonna go to Universal. I'm gonna send them my profile and send them my CDs again. And I'm gonna tell Sony to sign me. I'm gonna tell Universal to get on this bandwagon. Cause it's real TV now, yo. It's real life TV. This is my life story. How blacks came from glory. And then the colonization, when they colonized us, they just made us hate each other. They just made us look in the mirror, hate ourselves. So then when we look at our brother, we hate them. That's what it was. We got so much beatings back in the days. We got so much beatings and so raped off and killed off so much that when we looked ourselves in the mirror, we hated ourselves. We're like, why is God treating us like this? Why is my life going through like this? That's what our ancestors went through. And then up to this day, when we look at someone else, we could say, well, what is this brother thinking? What is this brother thinking? And it confuses our mind sometimes. But you can't look at it like that no more. You have to know your brother's thinking, yo, that's my brother right there. Let me say what up to him right now. Let me talk to him for a minute. Let me see how he's doing today. This is the water of the day, yo. Drink. He said, go to the river. You bring every horse to the river and let them drink. And if a horse doesn't want to drink from the river, it's up to him. So if you don't want to go to the water and be it this morning and say, you know what? Now wash off all of the dirt off from the inside out. Then, I don't know. So, want to wash it off inside out, yo. And that's it, man. That's my story of the day, man. Good morning. Have a good morning. Everybody bless up. Take it one day at a time. That's what I'm doing, taking it one day at a time. Please don't get offended of anything that I said, but It's the truth. White people, please don't get offended of anything that I'm saying. Your forefathers were pretty hard to my forefathers. And it was Hitler and his crew. So please just know that things have to change.